I'm always amazed at J. Edgar Hoover. There's still so many buildings. It's the delusional of America that they still sell that propaganda of him when they know he was racist, when they know that he set out how he felt about black folks, how he was, but he called himself a Christian. When people sprinkle nuggets and things out at you like that, how do you digest it when they have buildings and statues and all kinds of ways? And how do you ever support and believe any agency or anybody that supports that? How do you? How do you? Because you have to tell yourself an ultimate lie to justify the lie. And people will look you dead in your face and say, well, that was the times. That was how it was. That's how it was. Why did you settle for it? Why did you not call somebody out on it? He was Republican. He was conservative. He was this. He was that. When people talk about cancel culture, Me Too culture, all that, they never talk about racism as a reason to get justification. They never talk about the totality of 500 years of oppression, free labor, and people who benefited from it, who wouldn't hire people on the status, who were openly and blatantly doing what they did. Now, yeah, you'll come at me and say, well, they've had more since but look how much that he did. And his devastation incorporated is very much impactful on a lot of livelihoods. How is he so glorified? What is so special about him? You know, Anybody that was competent and could do a job unbiased wouldn't have all that on them if they were unbiased. You see, that is, and there is this certain figure of certain white males that come along that you wonder, do they echo his sentiments, i.e., Ronald Reagan, i.e., Bush Sr., Bush Jr., Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Joe Biden. Because, and I know before you say, well, Obama was in, I said, well, Obama had to play the game. You have to take what they present as historical facts and realities to be under that oath. Because they're not going to change nothing for you. It takes the people that bring about a change. When will they be upset to question it? But how is a man that was allowed to run roughshod and be so blatant? We've seen it before. We see it again. We see it in so many different ways. Now they question his ethnicity. Could he have been? Was he passing? It's debatable. Other factors come up in his life. But I'm just going with the racial aspect of him. Why was it allowed to be seen as normalized? Why wasn't this seen as mentally wrong, mentally out of orbits? Why was there no backlash? Why was nothing ever said that you can't be so? Why? But then again, people being divisive based on color of skin has been somehow normalized. It's like I always tell you, when they got to put a sign off for 1964 Act to say that we won't do this, that don't mean they don't want to do it. It's just that they put it into law. But again, who's putting stuff into law when they've already broken laws for past centuries and decades? Make it make sense. And they justify having someone who was known, who justified everybody from the Kennedys to Lyndon B. Johnson to Richard Nixon. And everybody was all in concert in cahoots with what he was doing with agenda. So the J. Edgar Hoover so-called legacy and racial reality still lingers to this day because it wasn't that long ago. And the implant and what's been designated and put into place is still a lingo that has still followed suit. You think it's by accident that the government and these rappers and the industries all tied together. Yes, I am tying the so-called black billionaire artistry or the black artists who are getting taken down with the government and their lyrical content and everything that you want to put in the context. It does have a Edgar Hoover ring to it. You just have to look and see what's going on. History does repeat itself in ways that you just don't see. And that's why you got to learn how to actually be free and question them. And don't ever let it off the hook. Because people don't want to talk about the comfort level in black and white. It's deeper than you think. Because a lot of the stuff that he did does tie to certain these things that you're seeing that's going on now. You just have to think about it from not from a perspective how loops and ties are, the formats and what's going on. But it's all compartmentalized with what they do, systematic and institutionally. Especially the way they're degrading and the way it's done. And remember, he was a child when Birth of a Nation was out, the D.W. Griffin. And you think about fast forward to how hip hop and how people are portrayed and everything. And you think about the wiretapping and how they in on this and the snitching and all that stuff in the streets. And yeah, prison culture that's infiltrated pop culture and how it's done in particulars. I would say the J. Edgar Hoover Tribute Legacy Tour has extended to a whole different era. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and share it if you like, and hit that membership because when you do, videos I make out come true. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.